on the job, just starting it. Building a solar panel rack for winter. You can see how low the horizon is. 10 o'clock in the morning, sun's here, and we're gonna get full sun all the way across. We're gonna try and stay a little bit ahead of this tree so we get the nighttime. And we're gonna anchor it right in. This is an island, not too far from my house. And we're gonna build this right here, 15 panels on a winter angle, anchored right into the rocks. Got the start on some of the material here. It's gonna be pretty good. I think it should go well. I designed the racking, so anyways, thanks guys. This is where we made it to today. Got a few, mainly this front row is in. It's still gonna be pulled back a bit because we're gonna go on a little steeper angle than this. It's gonna be mainly a winter angle, so everything is pretty good and square. Oh, looking pretty good. The rail's up. I need to ran out of bolts, so I need 6 more bolts on here. I think she looks wonderful. So we got 3 foot on where the panel's actually gonna go. So 3 panels on there. It's a 10-foot rail. So we're about 39, so 40 inches, some 39 inches. So we got 10-foot, 8 rails. And then yeah, everything's tight. The tops are done. There's just 6 bolts down here that need to go in. The holes are already done. All the anchors are anchored. I'm pretty happy with this angle. It's did want to go a little bit more, but I think because of where the feet, they're not all in the same spot. There's not going to be the same pivot points when you tilt it. So I think we're pretty well stuck with this angle, which isn't bad. You know, 90 is probably here. So we're probably 70, maybe 20 degrees off that, maybe. So it's pretty good. Definitely a little tricky getting them top panels up there. So it looks different on camera, but in real life that's pretty damn tall. From here, this is my face is on the first panel. So we're about 6, almost 7 feet higher than my head up there. But we're all tight to this point. What we're doing is putting them up on there and then sliding them over. I think we can do a lot of it from the back. When you're on the back side, you can put the boards up on there, which gets us up quite a bit, and I can put the ladder up and reach the top. Tricky. It's pretty sketchy working on this rocks. It's been raining for a couple days, so everything's just freaking muddy and slippery as can be. This moss sucks up a lot of water. Here we go. They're all up there. With the angle the sun's on now, that tree isn't in the way, but as the horizon gets lower towards December, couldn't imagine it being, you know, it's up here. It'll probably be over here. I'm pretty sure this tree will be in the way of something, but it's pretty good. I left some gaps between just so snow doesn't build up there. It's got extra melting room, so you know it can actually melt all the way around. Like from this gap here, if snow covers, it won't melt, but this gap here, it'll melt from this way and this way once the sun hits it again. So yeah, it's pretty tricky getting it way up there, but we got him. There it's all, wow, it's almost wired. I'm actually short 2 male MC4s and 2 female MC4 connectors, so And just these two rows hooked up, all the rest are hooked up. The wire runs through the top. Slippery still. I can't even see. Oh yeah, so all runs through the top and through the bottom. I just coiled up the middle ones and then stretched everything over. The combiner box is in. I just used 2 of these wires out of here. I haven't plugged in any of those yet because I still got 2 more to do. I still got to actually terminate this end in to the batteries there, so, and the controller. But we're all hooked up. It's good. And we had a pretty good windstorm on Wednesday night, so she still stayed up, which is a bonus. And hopefully I can get this all done tomorrow. Got a, half an hour here. I got just this piece of wire is gonna be what finishes it. So I gotta go from this up to here, and then I gotta go from this one. It's just like, oh man, an inch short. Can you believe that? But I'm gonna actually stretch it over. It's gonna be about 4 or 5 inches, 6 inches. And I do have some old wires from the backs of the panels, but I still need to get the connector, so I need 1 end of connectors. So no matter what, I need 4 more connectors. But yeah, it's pretty good, nice and tidy. Happy with it. Cool. And tomorrow I'll be hooking up the controller and then just wiring. Yeah, hooking up the controller and cleaning everything up. Just give it a nice washing. But yeah, it is what it is. I can actually pull this. Got a couple extra feet. I got some anchors. I'm gonna put this in with an anchor here. It's like a little saddle strap, and I'll just put an anchor in the ground there. It's like 2 o'clock right now. Just in pure sun. It's gonna be really good, I think. I wish I could afford this myself, but what do you do? I'm still back in the wood ages. Anyways, thanks guys. Well, last thing I got to do is run this wire here in up this pole in through there and straight in to here. Battery room is right here. There's just some lead acid batteries up there. I'm just gonna come in. There's a conduit that goes from inside down into this room. Here, this is the best I could do. I wish I could have went up through the wall or something, but to take everything down is just not time feasible. But yeah, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my square plastic wire tray. It's gonna go in here. I'm gonna drill a little hole in here so then wire can come out, or it can keep going in through here. So I got my, and then I'm gonna also knock this one out here, so then I'll be able to catch in there or go around. So that's the best I can do. And my controller's gonna go up here. This is gonna get moved over here or something. So yeah, pretty good though. Yeah, and I got this 2-inch. Should have enough room to fish my positive through there from the panels into the breaker. I got 2 breakers here. Gotta remember to bring my labeler. And then also this one here, we knocked that in. They had a little 12-volt system at the cabin, and they got this down at the boathouse, and they honestly don't have enough power in their 12-volt system to even run their fridge, and it's hardwired in 12-volt. They would actually come down here and do all their cooking and everything. Like pretty much all this stuff can go now. because I figured, why would you run that little tiny system? We can just run this wire up to the cabin. Then you have the use of this in the winter, in the summer. They don't really use the cabin in the winter, but they want to have a bubbler to protect their dock. So that's why we did the extra panels, because this wasn't enough what they had. And there we go. So she's all hooked up. Controller. So we go in through this tube here. I couldn't find a T that goes, yeah, I couldn't find a T. So I gently cut the wire there, and so my PV goes from here. This is only just PV, so positive goes in to the 50 and back out again to the controller, and the negative goes right into the controller from the PV. And then my batteries, one goes to here and the other one just jumps in to here. So that's it. And my negative goes down to my negative bus bar down here, which I did check it, it's connected to the shunt. So that's about it. I can cover up this shit now. I got a little lid for it. You can actually spin this too. Spin that so it's a little bit round. Pretty much good to go here. It's all number 4 wire, which is probably overkill, but it is maxed out. So we shouldn't see more than 50 amps come in. I bet you it'd probably even be less than 50. Like that's 5 runs, 10 amps per run, and the panels are only rated for 7.5 amps, so wouldn't be surprised if we only seen 7.5 amps per run times 5 is, yeah, 7 times 5 is 35, so probably be around 40 amps coming in, and about 70 on peaks coming out, so we'll see how it goes. This is like such a waste. 100 amp controller for 40 amps of PV. Not even in a row. So the panels are 3 on each section, so 9 panels. But only 3 are pretty much, or like maybe 2 sets are getting. So probably 6 panels at the most getting it at one time. So yeah, it is what it is. I didn't hook it up. But we're all hooked up. Everything's kind of labeled. Tried to keep it as neat as possible. And the cover is going to go right to here and right to there. So that'll all be covered. Anyways, thanks guys. Alright, the moment of truth. So this is the new array. Ready? Full charge. That's no good. Batteries are freaking full already. Need some loads, man. I can turn on here. This guy for a few minutes. thing's doing. Need to have a freaking pot on there or something. Jesus. Ugh. Stupid smart ones here. I don't even know how to work that thing. We're making I think we're making more than. What else can I turn on? Let's see how much we can get going here. I don't know what's what. Doesn't use very much power. Need more loads. Toaster. This thing shouldn't be too smart. Around 3,000 watts going through here now. Oh yeah, we're only doing about 2350, I think. That's about the max right now. 24, 25. I think the panels are about 3,500 or something. Oh, 50 amps coming in. I haven't cleaned the panels yet either. Just gonna do that now. Yeah, 2,800 I think I seen there. There we go. It's hard to get it all in one shot here. That's how she's gonna stay. I think that's good enough. Like, I didn't do none of this stuff down here, so if that can be out of a conduit, then actually none of my wires are out of a conduit, minus this ground. But that's it. As soon as I turn this guy on, she kicks her off, because I got my this one's set to about 58.4. I'm guessing this one's set to 59.4. Do know this is only saying 58.8, so it's alright. This one's mainly for backup, so it'll pretty much shut down when this one's running. So this is gonna be like the master. This will be the slave. When it needs to come on, it will. They'll both work together. But yeah, so, and I forgot my freaking thing again. My labeler, not cool. But anyways, let's go check out the other side. There we go, panel's all nice and washed up, nice and clean. I used automotive wax. Wash wax. I think it does a really good job. Really helps for stuff sliding off, like snow and ice and water. Yeah, cool, done.